Yes, I got it! I got it! I got it! Just kill the boss. Hello everyone, and welcome to Hanannie's charity event for suicide awareness. Before I showcase my POV throughout this event, I do quickly want to thank Hanannie for hosting this event. It was a lot of fun and for a great cause. If you have an extra dollar lying around and want to put it toward a good cause, I'll have a link where you can donate to the charity in the description. I'll also be contributing all of the ad revenue this video gains toward the charity, so feel free to share it around if you'd like. Now the event was pretty simple. We were given private worlds where you start as a hardcore Iron Man. You then have 1 hour to build your account however which way you'd like. After the hour, Hanannie would put challenges on us which would have the potential of losing our hardcore Iron Man status, and the last alive with their hardcore Iron Man status wins. Here is how my first hour went.
Go. Your time starts now.
Oh, what?
Alright, let's get started. Now coming into this event, I had actually made a game plan. The plan was to get 85 combat to skip through the portals in the stronghold of security to grab the 10,000 GP without having to use the doors, use the GP early on to buy some armor and weapons from Varrock shops, and then from there go to the agility pyramid to get 99 agility and 100k to grab the agility cape. But sometimes RNG has a better idea for a plan. I just need to get one of these goblins. Alright, I need to go floor 2. Genuinely, no one's doing my strat. I'm actually the happiest guy in the world. One more defense level should do it. 1 defense level. Alright, we're good. Let's go. Alright, so after I get the 10k here, we're going to Varrock. And I'm so worried about the shops. So my strat is a little different than a lot of people, so we could be fine on shops. So let's see who's taking the mithril armor. Okay, we're good on the mithril armor achieved. Please tell me there's at least a mithril sword in stock. Okay, the mithril sword. I think someone took an adamant sword, but I only need mithril. So it looks like we are about, how many minutes into the run right now? 13-ish. What's a slayer? What can you teach me? Fire giants, yes! 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 Oh my god! It's a dream come true! Thank you! Yes, fire giant. You might have noticed I got quite happy when I got that task, but you may be curious, why does it even matter? Slayer ended up changing my stat quite a bit. With just 2 fire giants killed, I would be able to get 55 Slayer, which unlocks so many powerful things from the Slayer shop. You unlock the Slayer staff, the leaf-bladed spear, and little upgrades even, like the Slayer gloves, the mirror shield, and even a spiny helmet all ended up mattering in the end. Alright, so now we have the home teleport. We're above schedule though. This is about 18 minutes into the run. It's so convenient that I got the exact same task. Alright, mithril plate skirt. 5 water skins. Someone else bought something here. 1 desert shirt, 1 desert shirt, 1 desert shirt, 1 shanty pass. Please, yes! No one bought the wines! We're free. Oh my god. That's huge. I'm not even joking. You have no idea how big that is. Please don't fail. Okay, that's big. That's big. Not failing that pretty much means you won't fail the entire course. So 12 runs. If each run is 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I ended up being quite wrong about the time it takes to complete the agility pyramid. So I did have to teleport out early before I had enough time to get the GP to buy both the agility cape and the items I wanted for Slayer. No, I don't think I have time. I think I just gotta go then. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna buy the leaf-bladed spear. We're gonna buy the mirror shield. We're going to buy the Slayer staff. We're going to be buying the spiny helmet. We're going to be buying the Slayer gloves, the insulated boots, the Witchwood icon, and we're not buying the bug lantern. And literally the rest of my minutes are just going to be spent thieving here. There's nothing else I can do. So how much time do I have left? I have like 4 minutes left-ish. 4 minutes-ish left. Yeah, I'm teleporting out now. I think adamant plate legs are big. This is a waste of time. Oh, it's not! We win! We win! And just like that, we got our adamant plate skirt right before the time ended. Hanannie gave us plenty of time to make it to the Ardoin market, and that is where our first challenge began. As soon as I made it to the Ardoin market, I noticed something very, very interesting. A person with full black d'hide, abyssal whip, a fury, and a bunch of other great things. And I thought to myself, there is no way that is possible within an hour. And it turns out it wasn't actually possible within an hour, but there was something cool or kind of interesting that he did in order to gain that. He was playing before the actual time started, and what he would do is when you log out, your account resets, but if you drop your items before you log out, the items will stay on the floor, and then you can re-pick it up when your account resets. Now, Radish Boy did contact Hanannie beforehand to ask if it was okay, and they got the okay to do that, so that's what they ended up doing. So he was quite a bit ahead of everyone else. Do you guys think other than Radish Boy, who obviously used some interesting methods, you guys think I have the best gear and stuff? Now, during that time, I was comparing my setup with everyone else. The first event started and I was deafened in Discord, so I couldn't hear it. The challenge ended up being to complete 1 lap of the Wilderness Agility course and then return to the Ardoin market within the 15 minutes. Here is how that went.
Mate, it's already started.
Everyone wait in the arty square. Everyone wait in the arty square.
Run! Throw him up.
Yo, we got some people poking each other in here.
Wait.
This challenge ended up being quite easy for me, and not much happened during the challenge itself for me, as I had high enough defense to tank anyone attacking me, and with 99 agility, I don't even think it's possible to fail anything on the agility course. However, after I completed the agility course, we were made aware that we could do whatever we want before returning to Ardoin, as long as you made it back within the 15 minutes. So I decided to make a detour. Yeah, since I can do anything on the way, you know, we may as well pick up some stuff, you know? I'm missing a couple items I wouldn't mind picking up. You know, I ended with like 38k. You know, this would be a pretty good time to, like, you know, pick up some Law runes, pick up, like, maybe a couple Cosmic runes. You know, some Death runes for pking's probably not a bad idea. So I ended up picking up some runes, and I decided since I had just a couple minutes left, I would go ahead and chop a tree and light it on fire. This may not sound important, but it actually becomes quite important later on in the challenges. I even got roasted for this. I believe Solo Mission walked past me and even said that we even have people lighting fires here trying to roast me or something like that. So, very interesting.
So, the challenge this time. All you have to do is get poisoned and survive without using any items. You can't pick anything up. You can't use anything. You just have to get poisoned and then make it back to Lumbridge alive.
The Czar area. Where is it? Czar fight pits. How are you clearing it? You go through the fight caves. You run in, run out. If you heard me correctly, I definitely said run in and run out, and that is actually not at all what you want to do, and I end up making a mistake here. If you run in and run out of the fire caves, your stats are not restored. Nothing is like that. What you have to do is actually die within the fight caves. You do not lose your hardcore status. It does not count as a real death. It is a safe death, and then your poison is restored. So you're going to notice I make a little mistake here.
I just might not even get poisoned. I mean, honestly, I'm
Yeah,
just too much.
just to confirm,
Watching everyone
so
sit
the floor.
poisoned.
Guys, I was supposed to die in there. How long does it take to re-enter? How long does it take to re-enter? I'm gonna animation stall it. Okay, now I can die. We're fine. Plenty of time left. I almost messed up really bad. I didn't realize that, like, I thought when you leave, like, the stats reset, but I forgot that's Fire Cape. Fire Cape does not do that, actually. Alright, we're good. Easy peasy. And with that, the second challenge was completed without losing my hardcore IMN status. You'll notice I also start punching some rats around here. I was told yet again we were allowed to do whatever we want in between, as long as you don't pick up items. So what I just started doing was punching men and stuff like that, just to get my stats a little bit higher. It didn't really end up mattering in the end, but I figured I may as well min-max this, because there's a guy with an obby cape and a abyssal whip.
You're only allowed 5 items total, including the Shanty Pass one. And the Shanty Pass. 6 items with the Shanty Pass. And they can be any 5 items. They can be food, they can be desert robes, but you're only allowed 5.
Question, stacks of items? Like runes, arrows?
Yes, stacks are fine.
Stop asking questions!
Yes,
You can bring
I
stacks.
agree.
But the only thing you're not allowed to bring is a water skin. So no water skins allowed. Because that would sort of trivialize the whole thing. So your goal here is to gain XP in 8 different skills without dying to desert heat. No. You have to be within the desert heat area. Everyone go.
Yay!
Good desert.
Okay, I'm all PP. What you doing?
Right. Oh, there's 2.
Fine, I'll take the next one.
4.
Are you
They're trying to loop back around.
5.
Oh shit! I've been talking as well.
Oh, well.
I was no. The main
6.
thing I was talking with Soup and settled and all. But...
Oh, yeah, that works too.
7.
Long.
All right, and we're done. That's 8. We we punched the wolf, kicked the wolf, defended against the wolf. We got HP XP while we did that. We buried the bones of the wolf. We mined the clay. We pickpocketed the bird thanks to Silly Putty. That was literally thanks to you, so I appreciate that. We cut a log and we're gonna burn it. Yeah, might as well burn it. I don't have any fletching levels. And as you see, we were able to get all these skills done in the desert actually quite fast, even though we were given 15 minutes. And if you're counting, I actually ended up doing 9 skills because I did end up lighting a log, so I got the 9th there. There are some other weird and wonky ways to get some more skills. I believe like 10, 11 was definitely possible, but I just wasn't really thinking too far outside the box. I was just thinking of common ways of going about it, and it ended up working out pretty well for me as I was one of the first ones to finish. However, my cockiness did get the best of me because I think I told everyone that I completed 10 tasks because I am really bad at counting and I wanted to be a little cocky, so I may have lied there.
So the next one's very simple. Should be easy for most of you. All you have to do is kill any monster that is a higher combat level than you.
Brother, Hellhound's like the easiest mob in the game and ain't no one 122 combat. And Vile Ash. Hey, a demon's best friend. Let's make sure I don't get poisoned. Let's head back over. And just like that, the challenge was completed. A very simple challenge. However, the next challenge ended up being one of, if not the hardest challenges of the entire event. So let's just skip right to it.
Another easy one. Well, it's not easy. It's easy to explain. All you gotta do is kill any boss.
Now, this is where things got a decent bit complicated as there was no real clarification of what counted as a boss, and you might be like, oh, that's simple. Bosses give KC, but there is Wintertodd, there is Temporis, and Hanannie definitely wanted this to be a dangerous type thing, and something that is genuinely challenging, like killing the Giant Mole, for example, would be counting as a boss. Killing Obor would count as a boss. Killing the Chaos Elemental would count as a boss. So what ended up happening is we got everyone kind of back together, we reset the time, and we clarified everything. A boss is something that you have to physically kill with combat that actually shows up on the high scores. For example, the Chaos Fanatic would count. Now, I won't lie to you guys, this one got me quite stumped, as I wasn't really sure what to kill as a boss. I thought of a lot of things. My first instinct was to try to get a Giant's Key for Obor, but then I was reminded from Hanannie that we did only have 15 minutes to kill a boss, and while it is definitely possible to get a Giant's Key from Hill Giants in the Wilderness, and there is an increased drop rate for Giant Keys in the Wilderness, I just didn't want to rely on RNG too much, so after spending just a couple minutes at the Hill Giants, I decided to head over to the Chaos Elemental. Now, I won't lie to you guys, with my stats and gear, killing the Chaos Elemental just ended up not being possible within the time given. I spent about 10 minutes here trying to flinch the Chaos Elemental. I think I only did like 70 damage to him, so there's no way, even if I started at the start, I would be able to kill the Chaos Elemental. And I was in a Discord call with everyone talking, and they were talking about Chaos Fanatic, which I hadn't even think of the demi-bosses in the Wilderness, and it was extremely smart of an idea. And I heard specifically that there were some PKers around there was people trying to kill it, and I was also made aware, the clarification, that as long as you kill the boss, you're the one killing the boss, it's fine. Because we're Hardcore Iron Man, if you're in like multi or something, you're not going to get the KC, so as long as you kill the boss and you're not the person who gets the KC, it'll still count. And that's what led to the clip you saw in the beginning.
Good. This is for all the marbles. Everything comes down to this. The last person alive gets a picture of Ferrari's cat.
Oh my god, really?
It's huge. It's the biggest thing there is.
We start the first person to get a mold girl.
All right.
I know I'm gonna die.
Mole kill? He's talking about aerial fishing. He's being a nerd. No,
Is the boss killing done now? Have we failed?
Yeah.
Miserably?
You got a few more minutes if you're still going.
It might take about an hour to find it.
It's in the middle. This is a bad idea. We got no energy.
Do we get to gear up?
Wait, watch my stream.
Yeah, gear up for the final fight.
All right.
Where is everyone?
Right
We're gonna do a battle royale, and Radish is gonna win.
And all the grey helms.
No, I'm really bad. You're giving
And
a
all the
child
grey
a
helm
helm.
Wild card.
Fight as
Bro,
well,
you're decked
yeah.
out. What are you on about?
All grey helms.
Did I hear
Southwest,
Grey Helms are a wild
Southwest.
card?
Yeah,
Can we
if you're
wild
a-
card?
Yes, I got it! I just killed the boss. As you saw, I was able to yoink the Chaos Fanatic from Settled right at the end of the time. If you heard in the background, Hanannie was talking about the final event, the Battle Royale, and it was basically about to be time up, and I literally got it at like the last possible time. I did communicate this to Nanny, and she said I had plenty of time, or at least I had enough time to make it back to Edgeville, as long as I killed a boss and still had my Hardcore Iron Man status, which might end up being a problem because I have Pure Spam, Framed, and Settled on me trying to PK. Let's see what happens. I'm so instinctive to like log out after gapping them, but I know I can't.
Do it. Just whole worlds.
No, I'm gonna live. This is fine. And we lived. I ended up using all of my food. They ended up draining me of all of the wines that I had left. But fortunately, I did have some cakes in the bank, so it wasn't that big of a deal. And we met up for the final challenge, the Battle Royale. I made it.
Everyone go to the wilderness. We're starting the final challenge.
Okay.
Last
I mean,
alive
if you
wins.
teleport,
And if you were dead, you could go out and kill people.
The final challenge, a battle royale until one person stands. This is where I ended up getting quite lucky. If you've ever watched Deadman Mode before, they added the 1v1s. They had a fog mechanic. The fog would slowly close in on you until you're in the final area, and then you fight until you're the last standing. Hanannie ended up doing something similar for this challenge by slowly restricting the area of the wilderness we were allowed to stay in, and by pure chance, in this challenge, I ended up going straight for the final area without even being seen. I don't want to bore you guys with me standing in this corner of the wilderness volcano. I ended up standing here for at least 10 minutes before the wilderness volcano ended up being the final area. Even after the wilderness volcano became the final area, no one really looked in the corner I was standing. All the other content creators were busy fighting each other, while I was just chilling in a corner. Eventually I was spotted, but by that time, Radish Boy was actually already defeated, and it was now my time to shine.
Talos killed me, or did he? I can't remember.
I don't know. I think he was kind of getting bashed to death with a Slayer staff.
I'm gonna switch it up on you.
Oh god, he's got a spear.
I mean, I have barely hit on you a single time. Do you know how to prayer flick? Just curious.
Yeah, I'm prayer flicking. You can prayer flick as well.
How is everyone so tanky?
And after the fight with Poison Potion, I went back to my corner, and yet again, I did not get disturbed for quite a while. It was very interesting. People may or may not have saw me, but they just weren't attacking me for a while. It ended up happening like this until there was about 5, maybe 6 people left. Then someone spotted me, started calling it out, and I had to run around.
Yeah, we got Dyson, Nick, Slayer Music, and Tedious are still alive.
And this is where it starts to get even funnier. After trying to kill Dicers, and I think he did eventually die, I kind of did the exact same strat I had last time, but the opposite. So everyone was already focusing north because they heard I was north, so I just went straight south, and it was literally just me and Hanannie as a level 3 sitting on the south for probably a good 30 seconds. It was actually quite funny. I think Hanannie was even calling me out in the Discord, not like for doing anything bad, but just like, hey guys, there's a guy still alive just following me. And yet again, I ended up staying alive and everyone else started to fight each other. What ended up happening was, after a while, I was one of the last people alive, and we decided just to fight it out in the center. Last alive in the center wins.
Fight!
You dragon fires backed on me.
I had 16!
So awesome, bro. I'm no offense, but it was so cool.
And just like that, I had thought I won. I killed Slayer Music and I thought he was the last alive, but apparently Zed Cookies was also still alive and had their Hardcore Iron Man status. But I wasn't too sure if she completed all the challenges a lot, and still, as I'm recording this, I am not sure. What ended up happening next was a little unfortunate. I ended up getting piled instead of Zed Cookies getting piled, and unfortunately, I end up going down before she does. I think if it was a 1v1, I probably would have won, which would have been very nice, but it was all fun and games at the end of the day anyway, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't really know if I won or if I came in second place. It doesn't really matter. It's all for charity, and I had so much fun doing this, and to make it that far without losing my Hardcore Iron Man status was just incredible. So much fun, and for such a good cause as well. Thanks again for Hanannie for hosting such an incredible event and letting me be a part of it. As a total, we raised over $25,000 for this suicide prevention charity, and feel free to continue to donate to the charity with the link in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day.